This is big. This is a pivotal moment in the toy collecting space. Companies have been ballsy before, but have they ever been this ballsy before, right to our face, and won? And we're going to talk about that in a ton of other topics in today's video, and I'm going to leave you guys on a positive note. So don't go anywhere. First, I want to get into the shills. Any content creator that has any type of platform, listen, consumer is one thing. You as a consumer could buy and not buy whatever you want. But as a content creator, I feel like we have platforms, and whether you admit it or not, we have some influence. And I don't really know if I use my platform for any good, but I don't use it for any bad. And I feel like there's a lot of the shills, they call them, content creators that are very large, big platforms, and they have been kind of mocking the consumers who are upset about this, and just flat out, glazing, as the kids say. The TikTokers are gonna love that. Glazing Hasbro. I just want to say, if there is a content creator out there, I've noticed a lot of them that were shilling for Hasbro before, this whole drama, and for this figure, they all have referral links to Big Bad Toy Store to sell this figure. Isn't that weird? Isn't that kind of weird that there's a conflict of interest? It's kind of like the politics and the government, only in a small little microcosm that we have called the toy community. It's the same everywhere. People are people, and a lot of people stink. And I'm smelling pretty good right now. I got my Brooks Brothers shirt. We're feeling all right. I just wanted to point out right away, if you saw any content creator that is not calling out Hasbro for this insane price hike, they are not trustworthy. I would not trust them, and I would not listen to a thing they have to say going forward. If you're using them as a barometer to, their opinions hold anything to you spend your hard-earned money, I don't know about you guys. I could buy all this garbage, and I'll be fine, and I still don't like wasting my money. So I don't know about you guys. You want to buy garbage, that's one thing. You probably aren't here. You might be just stumbled across, because I feel like the people who watch my channel, you guys have good taste because you're here. But, so shills, referral links, it's funny how that happens. Let's get into the figure. So the figure looks fine. Todd McFarlane is considered one of the best Spider-Man, or most influential. I would say the McFarlane Spider-Man is probably one of maybe the most popular suit. But McFarlane is a legend in his own right, and it's only a matter of time before McFarlane Toys is making Marvel characters. That's probably going to happen. I feel like 2025 has been such a crazy year so far. If anything's going to happen, it's going to be the announcement of that this year. Probably. Maybe. Next year? I love the McFarlane art style, and I love how he pushed boundaries with the Spider-Man suit. I love the big eyes, the craziness, exaggerated poses. You'd say McFarlane Spider-Man, I perk up. I'm like, yeah, let's hear about it. I'm interested. This stunt of a $50 toy could only really work with a Spider-Man, maybe a Hulk, because they could, it's a bigger character. And stuff like that, like maybe a Captain America, which I don't know. Captain America figures are very popular, but I don't feel like Iron Man and Captain America sell as much. Like, you could still find them at Ollie's. You could still find them. Like, I got that beautiful Bucky cap at Ollie's, and that was one of the best figures ever. That figure looks amazing, and it was on clearance. I feel like Spider-Man always sells out no matter what, and they've always, if you look in front of me, they've always Spider-Man tax, right? So you're buying a 2-pack with the Renew Your Vows, or you're buying, PlayStation 5 one, they charged like an extra $10 for some reason, or the Amazing Spider-Man, they charged like $10 for no reason, gave you some spider webs and maybe an extra set of hands. So, they've always been kind of gatekeeping Spider-Man because they know he sells. Are you going to buy a Shatterstar for $50? No, you're not. There's might be one person out there that's like, oh my God, Shatterstar. I don't even think an Iron Fist would sell for $50. Can this work with other characters? Probably, because I don't have faith in the fan base. People just like to buy. People don't care and they don't like to buy, but we'll get into that. $50 for this figure just is insane. boom. Just right off the bat, I just want to say that's effing insane. If you think that's okay, you're crazy. A Figuarts, right? This was a Figuarts, 35 bucks. Came with plenty of stuff, and these figures feel good, right? You pick up a Marvel Legend, and I don't know, it's just, there's something about the plastic. It's just cheap, it's rubbery, and it's like, yeah, Figuarts get a little bit more expensive. Like this guy was like 50 or 60 bucks. But again, extra arms, extra hands, the posing, the plastic, it feels unique sculpts. That's something I want to talk about, these sculpts, right? So you can talk about the plastic. That's one thing. Marvel Legends is pretty gummy, depending on the figure. Sometimes they're worse, sometimes they're better. Marvel Legends was always kind of like your entryway for people. It's retail, it was relatively cheap, and it was the entryway for a lot of collectors that if you start raising the price like they are trying to $35 for that Electro that comes with just a freaking lightning effect. It comes with 2 little lightning effects, 35 bucks, really? And it's just like, you're gonna price out new collectors. You're gonna price out people who can't really afford the hobby, that are trying to be in this hobby. And I just think these rising costs are just gonna lead nowhere good. Not even just because of like, it's, money, more money equals bad, right? So it's like basically are gatekeeping a whole set of lower income people that really can't hop on and can't get into the groove and buy Marvel Legends. Marvel Legends was always that entryway, I feel like. I know a lot of people got into collecting, and you would start with Marvel Legends. Maybe you get a Figma, then maybe you get a Figuarts, and maybe some people go to the Hot Toys, and so on and so forth. 50 bucks is just insane for any type of figure, let alone a domestic, retail, cheap AF figure. Articulation, right? So let's talk about the figure itself. The articulation looks just like literally every single other one of these Spider-Man figures. I saw people saying, is he going to have drop-down hips? First of all, he better. 50 bucks, he better do my taxes. He better have drop-down hips. And I think I saw a picture and I zoomed in and I think you can see the drop-down hips. So don't quote me. It's Hasbro. I'm not putting it past them, but I believe they have the drop-down hips. The whole thing is, they keep touting new sculpt, new mold, entirely new molds. First of all, it's a figure. You make a figure. That's your problem. That's not my problem. New mold, are you kidding me? They didn't even see that. This is the Mafex Spider-Man. Sculpted web lines. You could only make this figure. You could do different colors of it, but you could only make this figure. They've made about 17 figures with this painted on webline Marvel Legends figure. They made about 100 of these damn figures using this body. There's nothing special about that mold. They're going to be using it for Iron Fist. They're going to be using it for Captain. They're using it for 1 million people. There's nothing special or specific about that mold except his head that says this is only for Spider-Man. So basically, a company has to put up the money to make the molds and do all this stuff. You're paying for it. They're saying, you guys are going to pay for us to make our molds so we can make a lot of money in the future. And it's a business. I get it. That's fine. But don't use that as a selling point. New molds. The Eternals wave was all new molds, and they weren't touting that. And you can't even buy them. I saw Ali stores, Ross stores had these figures for $2. I posted that up on my Instagram. I made a video about it. $2 for the Eternals figures. No one wanted them. So don't be touting that you're using this new mold. Oh, brand new mold. So what? That's your job. That's your job as a toy company. That's not my problem. That's your problem. First of all, right off the bat, no sculpted lines. Lazy, right? That figure is going to be used until it pays off. Could triple, dipple, hipple. So articulation, that whole thing is how they were promoting it was weak. Not cool. The articulation, the figure itself looks fine. That's the thing. It looks great. It looks fine. I got excited when I first saw it. People did not like that Peter Parker head. Wasn't my favorite. I bet a lot of people aren't going to use it. Hopefully it looks better in person. I don't know. The head was the last thing I noticed. Not good head. Ayo. I saw people complaining that the two heads look very similar. They get two masked heads, and I was like, wait, am I missing something? I thought one of them came with a peg, so you could put that really cheap plastic Spidey sense in the top of his head. You know, like how some of those figures have. It's his eye is a tiny bit smaller. It would have been nice to maybe get a battle damaged head. Imagine like a battle damaged head and his face is like popping out of it. That would have been amazing. That would have been amazing. Maybe the face mask up, like he could be eating, talking on the phone, would have been amazing. You know, they even have that mold. They could have just reused that mold from Pizza Spidey. It didn't feel inspired. There was nothing about the figure that screamed not a generic Marvel Legends wave release. So, you know, I was just like, okay, it looks great, whatever. You know, they're touting all this stuff, new molds. And another thing I saw was the neck peg. Now, they were saying, oh, he's got the double ball jointed neck peg. They're literally in-home Hasbro classified. The classified series, G.I. Joe, all of them, the cheap ones, the expensive, they all use that ball joint, double ball joint for the neck. It's not a big deal. You know, that's a standard. That's not even like crazy when you think about it. It's just 3 pieces. The bottom ball, the neck, and the top ball. That's probably even less pieces than when they put the neck peg into the sculpt. So again, not impressed. And speaking of neck sculpt, all those pictures kind of scared me. I'm calling it now. I want people to remember this video. Hit the like button. Savor this. Screenshot this thing. Record the video. I believe that figure is not going to be able to look up. I saw all the pictures. He's looking down and he's hunched down. And I believe he's going to have that problem like the Wolverine and the Iron Fist and the Venom, where his head's on that ball and it doesn't go up and he's not going to be able to look up. You're not going to be able to get like a thwipping pose looking up. I'm telling you guys now. Mark my words, please. Somebody screenshot that. But yeah, so new molds, garbage. The Eternals wave, there was 87 figures in that wave that no one asked for. All new molds. They even had to get the likeness of the likenesses of the stars, the celebrities. They had to pay for every one of those figures. So don't let them get you on that sell. Now, this leads me into companies letting down the fans or taking advantage of the fans. And I feel like, you know, the world has never been nerdier. You know, superhero movies hit an all-time high. Everybody's into nerd culture. You know, when I was younger, you would get shoved in the locker if you even had an Iron Man, or no one would have an Iron Man. By the way, Iron Man was not a popular character. If you had like a Spider-Man or a Hulk on your shirt, you got pushed into the locker. That's how it was. That's just how it was in the 2000s. So now, you know, this nerd acceptance and everyone's into this stuff. It's never been bigger. There's never been more people in any of the hobbies. I remember getting into this hobby back in the early 2010s. And it was just a group on Facebook, and people would take pictures of their toy photography. And it was like, there was a few toy lines out. Like, you had to collect Marvel Legends. There weren't many other toy lines out there. Maybe DC Universe Collection, DC Universe Classics, excuse me, and Marvel Legends, and then like, you know, maybe a Mattel line here and there. So, you know, Marvel Legends has always been kind of that entryway, like I said, and if you take that away, it's going to get interesting. I feel a lot of companies lately have just been taking advantage of this influx of new fans. And the Bandai T-Week, I want to do a video about this too. They said, we're going to re-release a bunch of hard-to-get figures that people are scalping for retail price. Everyone, I saved the date. I put a freaking alarm on. Got on there, refreshed everything. Nothing ever even came in stock. Biggest flop fail ever. And then leaving fans really upset. They took over their Bandai pages. Go look at any of the Bandai Instagram pages. There's people, you know, yelling at them. And it leads me back to this. They did not say the price. This was my biggest thing. I made 100 posts about it. They did not say the price until the day before the Spider-Man was for sale, so leading people to be like, it's going to be $100. It's going to be $80. I saw some people genuinely say, oh, it's $50. That's great. Because they thought it was going to be $100. That's what people are so beaten down. They're so beaten into submission by these corporations that they believe $50 was a great price. It's genius. Listen, from a business standpoint, Hasbro is killing it because they know they have collectors by the cojones. They have a bunch of influencers by the cojones. Oh, don't you want that perk? We might send you a $20 figure one day. Well, we might send you a $50 figure one day. The way Hasbro's going, maybe it is time to start shilling, I think. What? I could get a $35 Electro? Let's sign me up. I'll shill right now, guys. $50 is nothing. What are you, crazy? That's a cup of coffee at Starbucks. So, upsetting your fans is not a good idea in the long run. Right now it's working, right? But I don't know. And there's a part of me that goes, of course, yeah, people are gonna come back. You know, I bought one because it's a tax write-off. I'm gonna do a video on it. I'm gonna make my videos talking about this damn thing already paid for the figure. So I'm gonna do a review. It's gonna be a great review. It's gonna be always honest. That's my favorite comment to get too. I'll get DMs that say, I appreciate you. I know you give an honest opinion about a figure so I can make an educated guess and buy the figure. That's what I'm here for. I'm not here to shill. I'm not here to just glaze TikTokers. I'm here to have fun. I collect this stuff. I love this stuff. And I critique it. When things are awesome, I say them. And when things suck, I say it. And that's what you're always going to get on this channel. It's what you could always expect. How this changes things moving forward. This is the floodgate is open, guys. The floodgate is open. All the companies saw this. It's like, you know, and they say like, you know, if you make the guy bleed and then everyone could see, oh, he could be killed. This is it. They made us bleed and they know now. Hasbro knows it. Mattel knows it. Wait, wrestling figures are going to get up to $50. The ultimate figures, the ultimate WWEs are almost $50 at some stores. I've seen that the tags, they're at 40, 43 or something. So it's only a matter of time before they just know that they're going to milk adult collectors dry, and they know you guys are going to keep buying it. They know it. I just think this is and it's so early too. It's so early in the year. This is going to be a very interesting year. I will document everything, but this is just the beginning. Hasbro, they shot their shot and it worked. The Spider-Man sold out everywhere. It was a success. They did it. We lost, but it's okay. It's like, you know, in the second Star Wars movie, it's like it ends on a sad note, but there's a little bit of hope because, you know, the third movie, we're going to come back. And that's where, let's go to the last topic, is bootlegs. Marvel Legends are bootlegged very well. I have a black suit Spider-Man right here. I did a review on the channel. You could go check it out. I don't even know. Sometimes I get them mixed up. You would not be able to tell about the bootleg or not. So it's just a matter of time before AliExpress pops up a $20 Marvel Legends Spider-Man Maximum series. You can even take away some of those horrible accessories. And I just know that people are going to be able to get this figure. It's going to be bootlegged to death. Maybe we'd even see a CT Toys Spider-Man Marvel Legends. We'll see the first Marvel Legends from CT Toys. Hopefully I got all my ideas out there. Leave a comment. I want the comment section to be where you guys let out your frustrations. Let me know down below. What are you guys feeling about this? Did you pick one up? Are you happy about it? Do you think anything good could come out of this? Because that's the one thing. Things never go backwards. I'm staying hopeful because I am hopeful. It's all fun. Hopefully you guys could still continue to collect. I hope everybody's doing well out there. Did I hit everything? I think I did. That's it. I'm going to end it here. Nice 20 minutes or whatever. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.
Would you look at this?
If you want to get $50 in free credit for both of us, we both get it. I need everybody go check out my Mercari shop. I sell stuff on eBay, on Mercari. And if you're a watcher of the channel, always DM me. I give you guys the best. Don't even look at the prices on there. You let me know. I'll give you the best deal I can. If you want to get $50 in free credit for both of us, we both get it. Use my code. Down below is the link. Go over there. You guys signing up is how I buy a lot of these figures. Use my code. We both get up to $50 in credit. And then I go and buy, like this figure. I bought this.